update for Project Super Magna and Project Rebel. Melly's not out here tonight working on the bike because we've been working on the garage all weekend and we're both pretty damn tired. So I just wanted to throw an update out there because amazingly enough, and I don't use that word a hell of a lot because I have a personal beef with it. It's an overused word, so quit saying amazing for everything. Anyhow, interestingly enough, let's put it that way, we have gotten a lot more subscribers now to the YouTube channel, and really we just do this for fun. So welcome aboard, welcome to the madness that is our little projects here around the house. In the future, I am going to be starting a separate YouTube channel for my own business. Nights and evenings I work a second job. I run my own business, build and repair guitars for my own company called Rench Guitar Works. And without putting out too much information about it right now, I'll probably put an update video out on just that information. But it's going to be pretty cool. I am a certified luthier. I went to school for it. And unlike when I work on my motorcycle, I actually know what the hell I'm doing on the guitars. So I hope to put out some pretty good informational videos. I've got my own personal guitar I'm going to start the video series out with, hot rodding. And anyone who watches this channel or anyone else on YouTube who stumbles across my channel here with all the motorcycle craziness will have the option of going over to my other YouTube channel to look at the guitar stuff. That's what's up with that. And then what's up with this garage is we're actually in the garage now. So after a long hiatus of being able to ever have a garage, well, I gotta be honest with everybody, I have never owned my own garage, not once. We've been living in Michigan now for 17 years. We moved here after college. And this is the second house we've ever owned. We actually moved down price-wise, but got a lot more house because we moved to a different neighborhood. This house has a garage. Thing is like 2 years ago when we moved in, we were working, well, we're working now, both full-time jobs, and we never had the time to come in here and straighten it up. So this just became a dumping ground for crap. And some of the crap that got dumped off here wasn't even our crap. Some of the stuff that was here was inherited crap from the previous owners, and there was quite a bit of it. Anyhow, most of it's been cleaned out. We can actually see the floor now. Ooh. Yeah. My friends in the UK will understand why I'm happy about it, because I think in Britain most garages are very small. There's certainly one-car garages, and even at that, there's not a lot of room. And on our vacation to the UK that Melly and I took, we visited our good friends Del and Penny of Del Boy's Garage, and I got to see damage in the garage firsthand. And I'm telling you, in the video, the garage looks way bigger than it is in real life. If you people knew exactly how tiny that place was, you would absolutely be flipping out at the kind of good quality work that Del does in the space he has. And so for months now I have been feeling obligated to clean out this garage and get it to the point where I can actually do work out here instead of using the garbage that was in here as an excuse to not do anything. So anyhow, it's all cleaned out, and it's not fixed up yet, but it's at least well lit. And welcome to the inside of the garage. We have not been using this garage. We moved to the house almost 2 years ago now. Actually, at the end of this month, October, it'll be 2 years. But because we both work full-time jobs, this was on the back burner, cleaning all this out. And so what we did was we just worked on the bikes and everything else outside. And I got sick of working on things in the cold when the winter rolls around. And also, you can't really work on stuff in the rain. So, brief tour and a little bit of an update for both my Project Magna and Melly's Project Rebel here. First project update is that our proper English tea goes absolutely awesome with vanilla wafers, like you wouldn't believe. Maybe I have just Americanized tea with cream and sugar by adding vanilla wafers. But these things are awesome. I don't know if they, to my friends in the United Kingdom, I don't know if they sell those in Britain or not, but they are definitely yummy. And if I had cake with as much tea as I've been drinking, by the way, shout out to Yankee Doodle. He has provided us with copious amounts of proper Twinings British tea, and we've been drinking it like crazy. So this evening it was tea time and we went for the vanilla wafers. Status update on Mel's bike. Like I said before, because we've been so busy with work, we haven't really had any free time to do stuff. But we have the new clutch cable. Bike Bandit finally got around to shipping it. And I have to say, I'll hold that down there. I think what they've done is, because that, I don't know, I don't have it routed the same direction, but if it's any longer than the one that's on there that looks too short, then it's only by an inch or so. I think what they did is they probably just eliminated the longer cable out of their parts inventory, because that is, I looked that up on Honda's Microfiche and cross-referenced that part number, and it is different between 86 and 87 and 88 to the latest generation of Honda Rebel. Get this out here. So you look at that part number there. I mean, it's a genuine Honda part. We don't have it mounted yet, so I don't know for sure, but I'm absolutely convinced that Honda has superseded the original part for the Rebel that had the longer handlebars on it. Speaking of which, those handlebars look awesome. Melly and I keep saying how cool her bike looks now, and we haven't even gotten into it really. Anyhow, so those are the old bars just sitting on that chair there. We got our battery tenders all set up for the winter to keep the batteries topped off, because both my Magna Undercover and the Rebel, they both have brand new batteries, and I don't want them to go bad. So still got the master cylinder bungeed up here nice and level, so it's not going to leak any fluid out. But Rebel's coming along. We got to get that, put the clutch cable on, then reassemble the throttle, and then figure out whether Melly wants to do above the bars or below the bars. I think she's going below the bars. Our good friend Johnny Cactus recently put underbar mirrors, or bar end mirrors mounted like under the bars on his this really nice Bonneville, and it has handlebars on it that are very similar to these, and it looks really cool. So I think once Mel saw that, it was a done deal. Now, by comparison, I mean, it's not very big as far as an American-sized garage go. I mean, this house was built in the 1950s, actually 1950 exactly, and so is the garage. But compared to my friends that live in the UK, this garage is immense. So this weekend's project was, there was a ton of garbage up in the rafters. All kinds of craziness nailed up there, scrap lumber, old doors, the original light fixtures, which were just terrible. I couldn't get parts for them, and the ones that I could get parts for cost more than the new fixtures we put up. And so there are now 6 fluorescent fixtures. They're all energy efficient ones with special ballast so that they will light up properly when it's well below freezing outside, which is usually a problem with fluorescent lights. And it is now incredibly bright in here. It's bright enough to see what we're doing even in the evening, because right now it's nice and, well, it's getting dark outside. But got my toolboxes and various stuffs. Sitting on my butt chair. Our grill sitting on top of a table saw. And we can tell we bought the right house because it says engineer on the door. And the guy who lived here before was a bit of a pack rat, and while having nuts, bolts, and screws and all that lot is really nice, sometimes it's too much. So right now we don't have any of this organized. We've just decimated the majority of the garbage out of here. There's my original Super Magna pipes, just hanging out until I find a company that will faithfully restore them. It's going to have to be somebody who's willing to drill out a bunch of spot welds. So yeah, spot welds here. This exhaust system is welded up out of multiple pieces. It's not just one tube bent. I mean, you can see the weld, and I think all of the baffling on the inside, I think it was installed as they welded it up, and then somehow they chrome plated it, and you can tell, you know, there's a plug weld on these pipes, probably when they slid the baffle on the inside, and that was the final thing, and then they painted over the plug weld to keep it from rusting up. The major thing was getting the lights up, and hopefully this light is not too bright that it's messing up the video. The first major hurdle was getting all the crap up here and down in this area, all that crap cleaned out. And so when the winter comes, I can work it a little bit at a time. First thing I need to do is insulate my roof rafters, and I'm going to leave it lofted all the way up, and I've got a plan for how to properly insulate and ventilate this area up here. So I still have all that space up there, because it's nice to have the shop lights up at a higher level, because it tends to cast the light out over a greater area. But also, there's a little bit of the front area of my garage here that cantilevers over the door, kind of like a small shelter area for when you're getting your keys out and opening the door or the garage door. And that area I'm going to extend out with some lumber that I salvaged that was usable. And I'm going to make a loft up there, and I'm going to store lumber for building guitars, because I need to let it season, and that's the perfect place for it. Here's my salvaged lumber. There's a couple of really long 2x6s. I got 2 long 2x6s. I don't know, if I had to guess, I would say that's got to be 15 feet long, maybe a little longer. And some various 2x4s and some other scraps, but that stuff I actually had from doing some remodeling in the house. But this stuff here is going to come in handy for making some shelves and making that loft area. As you can see, we've been busy. Haven't been busy making videos, but I've been busy nonetheless. And now that all this is cleaned up, we're going to have an area I can work on both bikes, even when it gets cold out, and even when it's nighttime out. So that'll extend how much time I have to work on things. It's like beer cooler styrofoam that someone packed into the walls, the previous owner. Some of it's glued in. I'm not pulling that out. I know that fiberglass insulation doesn't insulate as well when it's compressed, but you know, that stuff is less than a ½ inch thick, so I can't imagine that it would actually like compress the fiberglass that much, and it's gonna be better than not having any. So I think I'll do it like a wall at a time. Do the walls first, maybe do the ceiling first. I haven't decided yet. It was a very busy weekend, and well, we got a lot done. There's a lot to do. Whoever owned our little house / garage before, they not only, I think I said before, the guy was a pack rat, but the guy's just was crazy. There are hundreds of nails to impale and stab your eye on, hanging out of every single 2x4 stud in the walls. I think he hung a bunch of stuff on it, but like there's just random crap nailed to the wall for no reason, and it wasn't even like sentimental stuff. It was just like some random piece of wood nailed to the wall for no reason. Didn't look like it served a purpose. And there's lots of small cabling that doesn't really equal the proper wiring in here, so I've got to address that, cut some of that out, and go through and test all of the power wires to make sure everything's good to go. But I know that the lights are on their own circuit, and all of the run of electrical wire to power the lights is in conduit, so it's all good. But anyhow, so that's it. That's a short update, and Melly wasn't here tonight because we're both very tired, and she was like, screw this, I'm gonna go sit on the couch and hang out. So she's doing what I'm getting ready to go do, is go sit on my butt inside the house. And anyhow, there'll be some videos coming up here in the future, hopefully not too long. Now that we've got the clutch cable for the Rebel, we can start putting that dude back together. And I don't know if the weather's going to hold out long enough for Mel to actually go out into a parking lot and practice all the stuff that she had learned years ago when she got her motorcycle license endorsement. But anyhow, we will see everyone later. Take care.
I'd get it one piece at a time, and it wouldn't cost me a dime. You'll know it's me when I come through your town. I'm gonna ride around in style, I'm gonna drive everybody wild, 'cause I'll have the only one there